This reading is for Geminis. Welcome to my channel, The Mystic Bohemian. And this is a very typical Gemini reading. Their cards are opposites, so there's one for each of you in pretty much any throw. It's so typical, you guys. I know, both twins want to be heard. The blessing card is a blessing to shield you and safeguard you. So if you're feeling a little threatened, know that there's some cosmic assistance being offered to you. And the unicorns want you to know that there are a myriad of possibilities. I know there are words on here, but they're telling me, okay, come on, cut it out. You're telling me that the image alone is all you need. The world is changing. The world has changed. The world is not going to change back, so you need to get a handle on that one. And the astrology cards that I chose, or actually they choose me. I never actually choose the cards. They just jump right up. They show up. Is Gemini and the Sun. And what that says is your intellect and your wit are your strongest gift right now. Your ability to communicate and convince, hearing from someone else. Okay, at the top of the pyramid we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. So, in classic Gemini fashion, we have some of you ready to go forth and make changes, and some of you are crying and fretting and your hands are tied and it's stress. And unfortunately for Gemini, sometimes both of those are inside of you. You know, one twin is ready to move forward and the other twin is saying, but we can't, but it's too hard, but there's too much to do, and I want to take that with me. And the recommendation is temperance. A balance between the emotional twin and the intellectual twin. In most temperance cards, the person has one toe in the water and one toe on land. They ground their intellect and they explore their emotions. I think too many people are exploring their emotions right now and not grounding their intellect. So let's try not to be one of those people. We have the Knight of Swords and we have the Chariot. That does not look good. So, again, temperance. Okay, so evidently the message for you is balance. Seek balance in your emotions and your intellect. Do not act rashly. I'm sensing a great deal of frustration and anxiety over this Nine of Swords, and yeah, we got the Eight of Swords here too. The Nine of Swords can be nightmares, it can be mental anxiety. What I'm getting is some of you are just twisting your own tail and fretting, and it's really not going to do you any fucking good. No one can change you or save you but you. There's an Eight of Swords here that says you are tied to the situation, but you're not really. In a traditional deck, that is a person surrounded by a almost complete Ring of Swords, but not quite. The stress and the anxiety is self-imposed. The restriction is self-imposed. The imprisonment is self-imposed. And you are creating your own prison. Someone is here who said, Glenn, cut it the fuck out. Okay. Glenn's been told. The Knight of Pentacles is about moving forward, even though you cannot see what's ahead of you. The Moon will talk about things that are hidden. The Moon warns you that you don't have all the fucking facts. So, oh! Cleopatra! Sorry about that. Get your big poofy ass off this reading. Girly, don't do it again. Okay, well, we're going to try to salvage this. Cats, can't live without them, can't live with them. She has decided of late that my reading table is the optimal place to nap. And we're not going to take those cards that fell to the floor because those were cat imposed. Alright, where were we? Oh, we're talking about the Moon. Is everybody back to where they're supposed to be? No, these cards, this, and this. See? Some things you can't see. Like, none of us saw my big-ass cat jumping up on the table in the middle of the reading. Alright, I did see it coming. I told her not to do it. I put her in the other room. But she is a bit of a twat, so it's my own fault for allowing her to be called Cleopatra. Oh, I can't pick up all those cards now. I'll have to worry about those later. The Knight of Pentacles moving forward and making plans and looking at his life is saying, I get it. I can't make it be what it was before, but I can slowly move forward and make changes so that my life works for me, even though I don't have all the facts. Don't be carried away by emotion and understand that there are just some things you don't know yet. Like a cat jumping up on the table. See? Who knew? This knight, I think this Knight of Swords is this crybaby Gemini suddenly going, I'm going to do something. Or if it's, one Gemini, part of you is like, let's go slow, let's figure this out, let's make some plans, let's plan our work and work our plan. And the other twin says, fuck that, let's just behead a few people. Let's try to keep the fuck that twin in control, because that is not going to serve anyone right now. The world is a little bit out of its motherfucking mind, and it doesn't do you or the world any good for you to contribute to that pile of horseshit. As if to reiterate, the Knight of Pentacles moving forward, making a new plan for your life, understanding that things are changed. There is the Page of Pentacles and the Fool. There is a communication. It has to do with money. It may have to do with job. It may have to do with both. And it's completely out of left field. You, again, the Moon, you didn't see it coming. It's absolutely unexpected. And let's see if it's any good. Okay, cat, really jumping on me. Irritator. It's the card of the Emperor. And the Knight of Wands. So, I'm going to take a wild guess here and say that intellect and wit of yours are going to be called into service during this. Okay. Anybody want to jump in and just help out? It's just fine here. Fuck you, Laurel. Yes, I swear at dead people. Because she's my sister. A Knave of Swords. Okay, what I'm hearing is that someone will be very suspect of this offer that comes out of left field. Caution is good, but don't toss it out before you examine it, because I believe this is an offer involving money. It's involving pentacles. Pentacles are money, it's stuff, it's land, it's property, it's tangible, it's earthy. And this emperor is making this offer. And who is the blonde woman? I mean, it's showing up as the Queen of Cups, but I'm saying a blonde woman. Justice. Okay, for a couple of you, this is going to be a job that's it's a change of how you earn your money, but it's also a change of residence. The blonde woman is to be trusted. She will treat you fairly. The Knight of Wands to me says a move. And we have the King of Wands. Someone may ask you to become a partner for two of you. Someone will ask you to become a partner in this, where they put up more of the capital and you put up the experience and the labor. Gee, I could use a partnership like that. The Queen of Cups is a blonde woman. She may appear a little bit flighty at first, but she's really very intelligent and highly competent, and she will. You can trust what she says. She's showing up with the Justice card, so. Coming out of the blue, you may suspect that it's just a crock of shit, but I don't believe that it is. I believe that it's a very good offer for you. Some of you will not take it because you're just going to be suspicious about it. And some of you will want to date the Queen of Cups. I have no idea what that's about. But the Fool is here again. It's unexpected offer. And it's the Four of Cups. Don't miss this offer. You will regret it down the road. Don't dismiss it out of hand without thoroughly investigating it. Shit. I'm trying to get a name. Jared, J, a name that begins with a J. Is that for someone that begins with a J, or is that someone involved in the project? Both. Oh, well, thank you. That clears everything up. Sometimes they are so obtuse. What's going on underneath the surface, Geminis, right now? Again, the warning, do not miss this opportunity. Do not miss what's being offered. The mermaids were very adamant about jumping in here. This shell is about divination, about getting your cards read, getting your chart done, and what they're saying is you've come, you've done this, now listen to what's being offered. Okay. Don't just miss it as a crock of shit, I'm hearing. Alrighty then. Let's see what that Three of Swords is about. Okay, this offer is coming in rather quickly. This is the Eight of Wands. Don't miss it. It's out of left field. And this is Temperance. That Three of Swords is sometimes moving. It's heartbreak, it's separation, it's loss, it's divorce. The King of Swords. Okay, come on. You guys are being a little quiet now. In the last reading, you were just couldn't shut up. You were talking all at once. I'm going to jump in and... Okay, 2 cards. All right. There is a message, there is a letter, there is a communication of some sort. It doesn't have to be a paper letter. And I guess that Swords is about staying imprisoned in your head up there. If you do that, you will lose out on this opportunity, and then you'll really be pissed that it's lost. You'll feel it like a physical loss, because down the road you'll realize that it was a phenomenal offer, or an answer to a new way of life, the out you were looking for, the path you were looking to join, and then you'll stay imprisoned in your mind. Balance. Seek balance. There's the Temperance card. There's the Temperance card. There's the Temperance card. I don't know how many more times they have to say, be balanced. Calm your rage. Cool your jets. Speak kindly or don't speak. How about thinking before you speak? There's a fucking awesome idea. The King of Swords, I do believe he is for some of you, he's the Emperor coming in offering this deal. He's got a strong personality. It's not offensive, it's just strong. And he's come up with this concept, he's got this opportunity, and someone told him about you, for at least 2 of you. He was casting about for someone for this new project, and someone actually recommended you. And that leads to celebration if you accept what he's offering. And again, don't miss it. For some I hear, oh, I didn't get my email for 4 days and I missed the opportunity. Check your fucking email. Pay attention to what's going on around you. And again, here's the Emperor and the Page of Rods this time. That's money, that's intellect. What do we have to say about this? What do you have to say for yourself, young man? Page of Rods. Oof. Oh, this is a friend. This is a friend telling you, don't do it. Oh, there's a lot of that bossy, I know what's best for you shit going on. The Emperor is here, and you have the Moon again. The Moon a second time. Here it is. You can't actually know what's coming down that path, but know that something is coming, and coming rather quickly. And that is the Emperor with a opportunity that will transform your life and set you on a new path. How many times have I said your path in this reading? Just a couple. This is a friend. And that friend is saying, no, it's a bad deal. No, it's going to cost you trouble. Yeah, don't listen to that friend. He's showing up with the scythe and the snake. To that friend, you say, hey, how about a nice cup of shut the fuck up? It's not your life. And that friend is two-faced and has a different reason than your best interest at heart. I'm hearing for at least one of you, jealousy, just fucking jealousy. Once more, the moon has shown up in this reading. How about that? That's like a crazy shit, huh? They want you to know that it is imperative to keep your emotions in check and balance. Do not make irrational decisions because somebody pissed you off or something scared you or everybody else was doing it, so I'm doing it too. Okay, don't. Just fucking don't do it. Know that you don't know everything. What's offered, just as a little surprise, is the star. Okay? It's going to be a good opportunity. Things are going to get better for you. That too, a decision you have to make. Okay, this guy is older than you. That child card is very much like the Fool card. Unexpected. I don't think that you know him. And time is short. So again, like the Eight of Wands over there, it's coming. And this one is just eating away at your confidence, eating away at the opportunity. I'm hearing Beth, and I'm hearing Ruth, and I'm hearing George. So I don't know if that's the person who's running their mouth or if that's you, and you need to be aware of that. If you've got someone who's just running this down out of hand, ignore them. The Mermaid card is time and tide. It's technically about rituals and spells, but everyone has rituals for everything they do. And you have a ritual for success. It's in your head. You may have used it before. You may have used it many times. Use your intellect, which is highlighted right now with that Sun card there, and think it through carefully. Look at all the aspects of it. Ask a lot of questions. I think that you will be pleased with the answers. Okay, there is one person here. No, it's not one person. It's that bitch you... It's that person telling you it's not a good idea, you shouldn't do it, and don't want to do it. Ten of Swords, which is never a fun card. It's got 10 knives in your back. And the Five of Wands. Don't fight with this person. Don't argue with them. Don't try to convince people this is what's best for you. Just do what's best for you. Some people are just acting like complete assholes right now. This is the wishing well. That's like the Nine of Cups, which is your wish come true. Think about it. Think about it hard and long, and be very clear what it is you want. Now is the time for you to be able to make that happen, make it manifest, make this Emperor appear with the opportunity you need. And that leads to courtship, which leads us to the next two cards. The Lovers and the Devil, and the unicorns have jumped in with imagination. Okay. I'm gonna go to this deck for that one. As everybody's like, ooh, the devil. Yeah, well, not always a bad card. Sometimes it's just really incredibly hot sex. Okay, you have to read it right side up. It's about an instantaneous reaction of chemical attraction. This was not right. Those were picked out before. This deck was not shuffled. This deck was shuffled badly. We have the card of attraction, we have the lovers, and we have the devil. And we have the unicorn saying, use your imagination. Woof. And the card of this could be the one. But I suspect that for many of you, this courtship after the wishing well is promised here. I know for those Knights of Pentacles who are moving forward and saying, okay, I need to make a plan because everything's gone to shit. What am I going to do to save me? What am I going to do to recreate a life for myself? That Ten of Swords can be leaving the bullshit behind. Yes, there's a Five of Wands there. There's arguing with people, debating with people, deciding to leave a group home where you share a place with several roommates and they're fucking pissed you're bailing. But it's your wish, it's your dream, and just to entice you, there is a hint of a romance when you make that leap, and evidently it's a very hot one. Okay? You have to love yourself first so you can love your friends, but you have to do what's best for you right now. And if you are kind and compassionate and humane, I think that you'll be very pleased with what happens. The Empress is here and the King. On the Seven of Cups, the Empress could in fact be that Queen of Hearts up there, that blonde woman. The King is another card for the Emperor. They don't want me to use those. What cards are we using? Gypsy cards, okay. The Seven of Cups is here, which is sometimes that says malicious behavior, and that says going on a journey. Okay, so you're going to have to decide. The Seven of Cups is about you having to make a decision, and part of it is emotional because friends or family are opposed to this, but like I said up there, it's not really just all about what's best for you. They're jealous, they're malicious, this whole, you're not seeing who they are. And the Queen and the Empress and the King show up with the Journey card. And then there's a lawyer. Oh, come on. That's just wrong. There's a need for thought, and don't argue with this. Someone is actually going to try to sue you or restrict you in some way. Not all of you. Not all of you. Just a couple of you. Be aware that they will try to stop you. And that is really diabolical. You just need to think carefully what's best for you without harming anyone. And just because they say, my feelings are hurt, doesn't make them to really mean they're hurt. Or you've done any damage to them. There are too many fucking crybabies on the planet right now. I'd like to offer them all a nice cup of shut the fuck up. Why don't I tell you how I really feel? Okay, bottom card. Again, the Queen of Cups. And gentleness. And the High Priestess. She is more than she seems, as I said up there. You may at first think she's a flake. She is more than she seems. She is deeper, and I don't think that she would steer you wrong. Go forward in gentleness. Let that be your guide. If people are not gentle and compassionate and kind in dealing with you, tell them to fuck off. That's not your path. There is jealousy out there. There's a tremendous amount of jealousy and anger and misplaced rage. People are angry that the world is changing. They don't want to acknowledge that it's changed. They don't want to acknowledge that it's not ever going to be the same again. And they're mad, raging mad at a virus. Which is kind of stupid. And they know it's stupid to be raging at a virus, so instead they have picked on anybody and everybody in their path. Nobody knows how to deal with this. No one knows how to deal with this. Nothing like this has crossed the planet in 100 years. And guess what? This one is a whole lot worse than the last one. And this one is further complicated by the fact that everybody with an asshole is on the internet with their idea of what it is and what it isn't. So, get your two Gemini heads together, balance them out, make some reasonable decisions about going forward. For some of you, you will plan your work and work your plan, and yes, there are some unknown parts, but things will fall into place for you. For others, there is a very good opportunity that may include moving at some distance for some of you. But don't be sitting up there at the top card with the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords and feeling sorry for yourself, because you are where you are because of the choices that you have made in this life. They were your choices. You made them. You chose to do or not to do certain things. And that's how you ended up where you are at this moment in human history. So, suck it up and figure it out. And don't expect someone to save you. And in the description you can find a lot of information, such as how to order a private reading from me. There are links to my website where you can find the pricing. My email is there if you want to just email me directly. Also, there are links to my shop on my website, where you can buy amazing costumes, phenomenally elegant witch hats, custom and vintage jewelry, and there are links to my books, Mother, which you can buy in Kindle or in paperback on Amazon. Stay safe, guys.